Welcome back. In this video, we are going to cover the building blocks of Apex programming data types. Understanding data types is very important because every variable you create in Apex must have a type. Let's go step by step. What is a data type? Before we dive in, let me explain what a data type is. When you create a variable in Apex, you must tell Salesforce what kind of data it will store. Is it a number? A date? Some text? That is what a data type defines. What is integer data type? The first data type is integer. It stores whole numbers, no decimal points. For example, if you want to store someone's age or a count of students, you use integer. The value can range from about -2 billion to +2 billion. What is floating point data types? Next are floating point types. These store numbers with decimal points. Apex gives us two options, double and decimal. Double is faster but less precise. Decimal is more accurate and is recommended whenever you deal with money or financial data. For example, storing a product price or employee salary, always use decimal. What is date data type? The date data type stores only a date, day, month, and year. It does not include time. If you also need hours and minutes, use DateTime. For example, a student's birthday would use date, but a meeting scheduled at 3 p.m. would use DateTime. Apex has built-in methods like date.today and datetime.now to get the current date and time easily. What is ID data type? Every record in Salesforce, every account, contact, opportunity has a unique ID. The ID data type in Apex is specifically designed to store these record identifiers. Salesforce IDs are either 15 or 18 characters long. When you retrieve a record from the database, its ID is stored in this type. Think of it like a national ID card number, unique for every person. What is Blob data type? Stands for binary large object. It is used to store raw binary data, like a file attachment, an image, or encrypted content. For example, if you want to store a PDF document or an image inside Salesforce, you use Blob. You can convert text to blob using blob.valueof and convert it back using .toString. What are sObjects? The S stands for Salesforce. An sObject represents a table in the Salesforce database. When you work with accounts, contacts, or opportunities in Apex, you are working with sObjects. Even custom objects you create, like student with _C, are sObjects. sObject example. Here is how you use sObjects in Apex. You create a variable of type account, then set its fields like name and phone. Same for contact. You set first name and last name. These sObjects map directly to the records you see in Salesforce. Once you insert them, they appear in the database as real records. What are generic sObject? Apex also has a generic sObject type written in lowercase. This is flexible. It can hold any type of Salesforce record. You use it when you don't know at the time of writing code which object you'll be working with. Instead of using dot notation for fields, you use .get and .put methods. This is very useful in dynamic Apex and utility methods. What are Enum data type? Stands for enumeration. It allows you to define a fixed list of allowed values. For example, if a field can only be spring, summer, autumn, or winter, you define that as an enum. This prevents mistakes. No one can accidentally set the value to monsoon or rainy. Enums make your code cleaner and safer. Rules of type conversion. Now let's talk about type conversion, converting one data type to another. In Apex, there are two kinds. First, implicit conversion. Apex does it automatically when no data is lost. For example, integer can become double automatically. Second, explicit conversion or casting. You manually force a conversion. For example, casting a double to integer removes the decimal part. For converting numbers to string or back, use string.valueof and integer.valueof. Always be careful. If you cast incorrectly, you can lose data. What are collections? Collections allow you to store multiple values in a single variable. Instead of creating 100 separate variables for 100 student names, you put them all in one collection. Apex has three types of collections: list, set, and map. Let's understand each one. What are lists? A list is like a numbered list. Items are stored in order and you access them by their position, starting from index 0. Lists allow duplicate values. For example, if two students have the same name, both can be in the list. You add items with .add and access them using square brackets with the index number. What are set? A set only stores unique values. No duplicates allowed. If you try to add the same value twice, Apex simply ignores the second one. Sets are great when you want a collection of unique items, like unique city names, unique IDs, or unique email addresses. Sets do not have an index, so you cannot access items by position. What are map? A map stores data as key-value pairs, like a dictionary. You give each value a unique key, and later you look up the value using that key. For example, storing student names as keys and their scores as values. You add entries using .put and retrieve them using .get with the key. Maps are extremely useful in Salesforce development, especially when querying records. In this video, we covered all the fundamental data types in Apex: integer, decimal, date, ID, blob, and then we learned about sObjects, which are the heart of Salesforce development. We also covered Enum, type conversion rules, and the 3 types of collections. These are the foundations you will use in every Apex class and trigger you right. In the next video, we will start writing our first real Apex code using these concepts. See you there. Quick reference for more clarity.